Good morning. It's Monday, December 12th, 2022, and that means two things. 151 episodes of this, and I still think I don't know what I'm doing. And it's time for the lighting industry news brief, and we're brought to you by Keystone Technologies and their XFit vapor-tight fixtures. You know what? Impact resistant, rated IP65 for wet locations. Power select, color select, that's on the box. Save yourself some space, save yourself some time, get some dependable Keystone vapor-tight LEDs. That's KeystoneTech.com, or the link in the description. United States federal buildings have committed to energy reductions, specifically a 30% cut over the next few years. Prosperity has closed their deal on Traxon Tech. That's a former AMS Osram division sold to the conglomerate. The two building councils, LEED and WELL, will be partnering on simplifying a certification, perhaps a joint certification for both in buildings. The ICS has merged with J.D. Martin. Green Mountain has bought Generation Electric Supply. We have another string light recall, in this case Bed Bath & Beyond's H for Happy 50-count white LEDs. They come with a bonus shock hazard. We have the grand opening of RBW's Ulster, New York facility. Biden has visited the future site of an Arizona chip plant. Freight rates might fall in the near future. Samsung partners with Universal Display on OLED material supply. The National Grid is offering free courses in electrical skills, specifically streetlight replacement and retrofit. Dialight's 200-day stock average is at $281 per share, which is down 4%. Simons partners with Georgia Tech in a new innovation collaboration center. A former Satco distribution center in Miami has changed hands. Taiwan may be offering tax incentives to LED makers. Brightstar Awards are now accepting submissions for all proposals. Energy efficiency ranked by state. This is the annual scorecard by the ACEEE. Alaska jumped up a few points. Good on them. Cognex has bought SAC. This is a machine vision group buying a lighting company. In legal news, Apple has trademarked the phrase, and a bunch of marks related to it. The phrase works with Apple Home. In Rep Agency news, J.D. Martin will merge with ICS. In events news, ArcLight opens for registration. The ALA-WIL, Women in Lighting, will host a reception at Lightovation, sponsored by Maxim. Lighting. EFC has set a date for their conference next year in Charlevoix, Quebec. They've also named their locations for the next 2 years. We have the 6G Summit, a webinar presented on the 12th today on faster cell connections, and we also have a webinar on DE&I in the electrical industry on the 15th, hosted by I Belong Here. In IoT news, Legrand has bought Encilium, NRG has bought Vivint, MUI will be using Matter in the U.S. market, and Vantage has been joined by Sora in a controls partnership. Acuity has partnered with Diane as part of their tech transition to smart hardware. Savant partners with Sonova. Energy management controls coming to their subscribers. Zaga has extended their deadline for Smart City Sensor Awards submission, so you can still qualify for prizes. And Chicago has won a Smart City Award for the Chicago Streetlight System. In recommended reading, all this on nailed.org, we have Understanding Smart Public Safety Zones, 2023 in IoT, a home buyer's guide to low voltage power. The AGC talks mental health for contractors. Outsmart the Blues with lighting. We have debating satellite constellations. There's no debate, they suck. What is ultra-wideband communication? And extended PAR, measuring for horticulture. It's hard. In market predictions, we have a 33% growth in the lighting as a service business, 8% gains for AC-DC adapters, 20% gains in visual light communication, $1 billion predicted for UV LEDs. We have 14% gains in wireless smart lighting, $400 million expected in value for neon gases. We have a 15% growth in the outdoor LED market. We have vertical farming to grow by $21 billion. We have $500 million for PoE LED, 9% growth in ambient lighting, 29% for PoE lighting, 11% expansion in energy-efficient projects, $6 billion for LED tubes, And 3 states have legalized cannabis, which should see horticultural lighting pick up in those areas. In R&D, circadian clock influence is your T-cell response to vaccination. Schedule your shots accordingly. We have the Institute for Renewable Energy charting ideal daylight ratios for comfort. Sapienza U has better daylighting for hospital rooms. We have monolithic gallium nitride optoelectronics on silicone wafers. We have your resting heart rate does vary by chronotype. Georgia Tech has built an aluminum nitride semiconductor, which means it's going to handle higher voltages and higher temperatures. An LED device can split hydrogen from ammonia. It's cheaper and easier photocatalyst from Rice U. And Iowa State raises better chickens with lasers, because their chickens are a bit like cats. They'll chase the lasers around, and that's good for the meat. In Dark Sky News, passive sleep delays make depression worse. We have awareness of the link between light and circadian disruption spreading. More people know. Ain't that a thing? Holiday lighting is a hazard to squirrel health, and light pollution can be used to track wealth from space. In horticultural news, we have Midstream by an Hyperion. Blue light makes for worse mint, specifically the medical skullcap plant. They need different LEDs. We have a new veggie unit on the International Space Station testing tomato growth. In People News, Sam Barr is the brand officer for Kohler. FSC has picked Dave Wyatt as their Western Regional Sales Manager. Matt Brink will be retiring. The IALD announces their board election results. Lightline makes 2 appointments, and Sarah Flores has been hired at Westburn. In local news, 7,000 streetlights in Los Angeles have gone dark. Lethbridge, Alberta is offering $5,000 grants for individual SEPTED projects. Don't know SEPTED? Get LS Evolve. Santa Barbara, California parks are getting lighting grants. We have Baltimore installing 2,600,000 connected street lamps. We have Minneapolis City Council setting their light project budget for the year. Mississauga Energy Manager has won the Save On Energy Energy Manager of the Year award. Saratoga County has completed their efficiency program. New York State is auctioning off excess lighting gear. We have the U.S. DOT lending funding for relighting of rural highways in Minnesota. Sacramento has a man who will hang your holiday lights up for you. The Department of Health in Vermont is handing out pedestrian safety lighting. Irvington, New York is installing solar lighting. The SGA is planning $50,000 in lighting projects. Trinity, North Carolina, man has been billed $390 for street lighting repairs that for a lamp he does not own. The U.S. DOE recognizes Chattanooga municipal projects, and street lighting in Latin OK is inconsistent. OK? In international news, the UK will be spending £500 million on school improvements. French ministers are calling for collective work on energy use. And Luxembourg receives €67 million to fund energy projects from the EU Council. In things you can make, a small fogging cauldron. You can hang decorative strings without a ladder. You can frost a glass fixture with common household materials. We also have Morthlock Distillery collaborating on a lighting fixture. We have how to tell light pillars from an aurora, and a look inside some very scary lamp testing gear from eBay. Anyway, I've been Scott Walker. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Enjoy the music. Thank you to Nailed as well. Thank you to Keystone.
Frankie loved Albert. Everybody knows she gave the tailor $100. Make a man a suit of clothes. He was a man, but he'd done her wrong. Well, Frankie was a good woman. Everybody knows. Every time she gave Albert money, he'd go and spend it on those parlor whores. He was a man, but he'd done her wrong. Frankie went to the barroom, had herself a glass of gin, and she asked the old bartender, "You seen my man come in? My man, think he's doing me wrong." So Frankie, I tell you no story, I will tell you no lie. Saw Albert come an hour ago with a girl called Alice Fry. Your man, believe he's doing you wrong. the saloon, she didn't go to be gone long. Spied on through the keyhole, saw her man in Alice's arms. He's my man, you're doing me wrong. So Frankie called out to Albert, and she fired 3 or 4 times. Said, everyone stand back, I wanna see that bastard dying. He's my man, he's done me wrong. Frankie and the judge, they walked out side by side. The judge said, hey Frankie, they found you justified. Killing a man, he done you wrong. Frankie was a good girl, everybody knows.